Back in Black by AC/DC, man. That's a fun song to play. My name's Mike Middleton, and I'm the owner of the Indianapolis Music Academy here in Indianapolis, Indiana. And man, we're going to go over the chords and some riffs here on Back in Black, man. This is a fun song. Uses a lot of power chords. If you don't know your power chords, this is going to help you with that. So let's get right into this. Okay, our first chord here is an E power chord. Now you're hitting the top 3 strings here. You can do it like that. You can put your first finger there and mute that note if you want, which would be like a regular E major. But you lift this finger slightly so you're muting it. That creates a nice powerful chord. And if you accidentally hit that string, you're not going to hear anything. It could be played like this too. That's how I usually play it. But the problem is if you hit that by accident, you get a little sloppy. This prevents that. Next chord, so that's an E power chord. Next chord's D. You just hit the E once, then you hit D 3 times. Okay, and you have your second finger, or your first finger on the 2nd fret there, of the 3rd string. Your 3rd finger there. That's like a regular D chord, except you just play those first 3 strings. You don't play the bottom one. So it's a D power chord. So we're going E, D, then A. And I play the A like that. It could be played like that too. And me trying to mute these strings. Okay, now comes our first little riff here. So we'll go E, D, 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 A, A, A. Our riff is 3rd fret open on the bottom string, and I just do a pull off there. 3rd fret open on the 2nd string. 2nd fret, bend, release, open on the 3rd string. So we have, and then back into the chord at the end of that. Kind of a rough lick, and I'll tell you, when I first learned this, what I did was I just did pull-offs, because I thought that's all he was doing for years. And actually that's a lot easier. So if you're having trouble with that, you're a beginner, you're not used to doing bends, don't worry about it. Just do a pull-off. Whatever you can do to make a song easier for you, do it. Okay, so, unless you can do it the right way, of course you want to do it the right way if you can. If you're having trouble, cut a few corners. It's fine. Okay, let's see. Now, this is also, just so you know, part of the E minor pentatonic scale. That's kind of a bluesy riff as we go into that note. But it's E minor pentatonic. Okay. Let's get into the next riff here. So we have E, D, A, and then your pull-offs. Okay, we've just done the A chord there, but we just come up one, so our first finger's on the 2nd fret there. That's a B note. And then we go to the top string, 4th fret. So it's 2, 4, and then 2, 5, 2, 6, 2, 7. So on this top string, we just work up one note at a time. working out from this B. We're going G sharp, A sharp, B. So we're doing 2 B's at the end. But it sounds cool. Okay, so so that whole thing would be. And I slide that, when I hit that 7, I slide back down, right back into that E chord. Okay, so we go through this a few times, sings the first verse, and we get into the chorus or pre-chorus or whatever. I guess it's kind of a chorus, and that's going to come right after. So the last time we do that riff, you do a short rest, and then you go to A. Okay, so this next part is going to be A, E, and then a B power chord. So on this B power chord, note that you're not hitting the top string here, you're just hitting these two, the A string and the D string together. And actually, if you're in E, you keep your second finger there, and then you just put your third finger down on the 4th fret of the D string. And you just hit those 2 notes that your fingers are on. So you go. Then A, and then back to B. So it's A, E, B, A, B. A, E, B, A, B. There's a rest in there, so it's going. Okay, does that twice. So the next part does a G. I'm not sure how I used to do this. I probably did it like this, which is the correct way to do it. So the second finger goes on the top string. It's a G chord, but we're muting the A string. We're not going to hit that note. That's your major third again. We don't want that in there. We just want 1s and 5s here to create power chords. So I'm actually leaning over my first finger down a bit to mute my A string. These 2 are on the first string and then the second string. And that creates a nice sounding G chord, G power chord, which Angus Young uses in songs quite often. Next chord is the D, the same D we did earlier, and then an A, and then just a G note, 3rd fret top string, and then back to A. So it's G, D, A, G, A, G, D, A, G, A. So that whole section again is. Then it goes back to the A again, A, E, B. So it repeats that. We're ready for the next part. Does a G, okay? So the strumming here, you don't have to do it exactly like he does it, but I do a like down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, like that. And then D 3 times. Some people people just go, or some people just go. They just hit it once. But he's doing like a down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay? And that is the last part there. So we come out of. And I do a little slide. I can't remember if he does that or not. Another verse, another chorus. I do want to get into the middle riff here, the interlude. I believe it comes right after the lead guitar solo, but it's a cool riff. And it starts with the E note, top string open. And then the 5th fret of the A string. And I use my pinky there. This is a good finger exercise too. And then 4. So I go from 5 to 4. And then 1 on the 2nd fret. So it's frets 5, 4, 2. I'm using my first finger, but it's on the 2nd fret. 5, 4, 2 on the A string. And then back to 4. Next note is top string to G note, 3rd fret top string. So you go. The next part is first finger on the B note, 2nd fret of the A string. Then I put my 3rd finger up here on the top string 4. Some people just use their pinky the whole time. I switch from my 3rd to my 4th fingers here. So it goes 2. Wait. Yeah, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6. And then the open E again, it starts over. So this is kind of like the second half of the riff, like this. But it doesn't go all the way up to 7. It actually starts there on 3 and then works its way up to 4, 5, and 6, and then back to the open note. So it's. That 4 times. I'm doing it more than 4, but does it 4. And then it goes down a string. Exact same thing. Just down a string. Does it twice and then back up twice. And back into the next chorus. Okay, so that was 4, then down a string for 2, then up for 2, okay? And then after that, you go back into the chorus. So let's go through that section. And you can pick down, just down or up. Here, I'll show you how I'm doing this as far as the picking goes. You can go. I'm just picking down the whole time there. But you can do up and down. Do whatever feels best for you on that. I really don't know how he's picking it, but we're just picking down works great. Okay, so that's it for Back in Black. Hope you enjoyed that. And hey, please subscribe. I'm going to be doing some more AC/DC, some Black Sabbath, a lot of rock and roll stuff, older rock and roll. So please tune in and check it out. Thanks for watching.